Welcome to Master Board Mayhem.
Hello my friends, I have a vintage hanky and I want to turn it into tags. That being said, you could use the very same process that I'm getting ready to use to turn your vintage hanky into a, well gosh, you could turn it into an envelope, you could turn it into a journal cover, all kinds of things, a piece of art, all kinds of things that you can do with it. So I just wanted to share with you what I'm going to do today. So you'll notice that this vintage hanky has a lot of white on it, and I'm mostly interested in this edge here and this red piece. But I definitely still want to take advantage of the material of the rest of it. So let's see what we can do here. The first thing I'm going to do, you can see I have this is like a 9x11 mixed media piece of paper. You can do this on a piece of heavy duty cardstock or cereal box, as long as you gesso it first. So what I'm doing is I am measuring this hanky to size, and then I'm simply going to snip it, and then I'm going to tear it. You can use decoupage or Mod Podge. I suggest that you use a medium, and this is, as you can see, Liquitex Basic Acrylic Matte Fluid Medium. And you're going to put this on your paper or board. And I know I'm going to need a lot, so I'm just putting it straight on there. And I'm going to spread that around with my brush. You can use an artist brush or a foam brush, either one is fine. You want to have a liberal amount so it soaks through the fabric. And you want to make sure all of your board or paper is indeed covered. Now I'm going to go over it again. Now, because it's fabric and it's been sewn around the edges, you see here that there are some air pockets. So what I'm going to do is add just a little bit extra of this. Make sure this is good and wet. Then we'll do the best we can to press down on it. You just rub it with your fingers and try to get the air bubbles out. Most of them will push out, and then the rest will just add character, because once it's dry, it's not going to come up. Don't worry about that. All right, we're going to let this dry, and then we'll go into phase 2. Remember these pieces that we have? These were like the cut-offs, the extras. We're going to add these on here for texture. So it's going to be layers of fabric, monochromatic, all the same color. But if you wanted to, you could add some watercolor to this. You know, you could just be creative and add something. I'm going to go for monochromatic, but that certainly doesn't mean you have to. I'm going to cut these into smaller pieces and sort of do a patchwork. right, my friends, we have this beautiful cloth masterboard. It is white, as you can see. This was a vintage Hankie. And now we're going to decide what we're going to do with it. So we have all the options, of course, as tags, greeting cards. That would be kind of a neat base for greeting cards, I have to admit. Pockets for a journal. Belly bands. You know, it's so pretty and so fabric-y. Let me see how bendable it is. It's bendable. There's some stiffness to it. I was wondering about the bendability because I was wondering about the idea of turning it into greeting cards. Because, you know, it's got to be able to fold in half. And with that in mind, it's not as bendable as paper. I could force it though, definitely. All right, friends, I've decided I really want to turn these into cards. I turned off the camera and I pondered for a little while, what exactly did I want to do? And I decided that I definitely want to turn them into cards. I think they'll be really unique and a lot of fun. So that's what I'm going to do. So my paper is 12 inches long, so I'm going to mark this at the top and the bottom at 6 inches because I'm not going to be able to cut this with my paper cutter clearly. I will need to mark and then cut with my scissors. I don't have a guillotine, so, you know, I'm sure a guillotine would be perfectly fine, but I don't have one, so I have to do it this way because my paper cutter is definitely not going to be strong enough to cut through this fabric. All right, so I've got it marked. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I marked it with pencil. That way, if any of the pencil shows, I can go ahead and erase it. Yeah, my paper cutter definitely would not have gotten through this. It's a good thing I only have to cut that one time. All right, now the trick is going to be, is it foldable? If not, we're just turning it into pockets. But let's see if we think we could get this to turn into a card. Yeah, I think we can do it. There we go. Just want to fold it as straight as I can, and gonna have to really push it down. And what I'm gonna plan on doing once I'm done with this, I'll lay it under a book. But it is definitely sort of molding into place. Just, you know, just being patient and pressing it down. Now, why is it like this? Well, because this is fabric that's been Mod Podged onto mixed media paper, so it's definitely really thick, okay? But look, it's down and it's almost staying closed. So by the time I press it for a couple of days, it'll stay closed with no problem. So we got the first one. Now, I didn't want to fold it this way and have this on the back, so I want to make sure that little red piece is on the front. But let's go ahead and fold this as well. Probably would have been easier to just do tags, but I really, really want this as cards because I think it's going to be pretty neat by the time I'm done. All right, there we go. So this will be the front for sure of this one, and then this will be the front of this one. I guess we could do either one, but we'll go with this. And so the backs, I'm not going to do anything to the backs. I don't really need to. I think they're kind of cool because they're like sort of a patchwork masterboard on the back. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to grab some additional lace because we're going to want to add to the lacy feeling of this. All right, my friends. Now, I picked out a couple of things. I picked out some wallpaper. I thought that could be pretty backdrop for maybe an Easter blessings piece of sticker, whatever this thing is. That could be nice with a little chick here like this. That could work. I like that. I like that. And then I was thinking on this one, we could play with, I forgot it had the red on it. Don't really want to cover the red. That doesn't necessarily go with this. So actually, I might need to go back to the drawing board. Let me find something else for this. Okay, my friends, I found some wallpaper that I'd like to use on here. I already trimmed it to size, but I think that'll be nice right there. So pretty. All right, we're gonna put this down here. Do you guys remember this pretty lace that I found at the thrift store? Well, let's go ahead and use some of this. I have no idea where the end is. Oh wait, I swear I think I just saw it. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. No, okay, I'll just make an end. So I was thinking we'd go around the whole edge. So if I cut it right here, that should be more than enough. And then we're going to use these two. I think these are stickers. Let me see. Yeah, these are stickers. I will have to add glue to them. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with, let me see if my hot glue gun is warm enough. It is. It should be. We're going to start by going around the edge with this really super pretty soft green lace. Found this at the thrift store, and I think for this whole bundle, I think I paid 59 cents, which is great. Okay, now this, you know how some lace has like a thick piece right here? Well, this doesn't have that, so it might be a little bit of a challenge to glue down, but I'm going to do the best that I can. All right, what do we think? I think that's looking pretty cute, you guys. So I was thinking I could also add some pearls for just a nice extra special touch. But I guess before we do, ooh, actually, I wouldn't mind going around the wallpaper with this. That would be a really nice touch. Let's do that. Now, my concern is I want to make sure that I have plenty of room for this. I'm going to put these on last. I was like, do I put them on first and then put this on? But no, we'll do those pieces last. So yeah, let's go around the inside with this trim, and I think that'll be really pretty. So I'm just going to do a rough measure like that. I started down here with the lace, so I'll start down there with this as well. That way, if I have to put an embellishment down there to cover up any imperfections, I'll be able to do that, and it'll cover both imperfections. As you can see, I'm just using my hot glue gun. And that seems to be working out just fine with this. I like this added detail for sure. There we go. That's looking nice, don't you guys think? I think that's looking so pretty. All right, now we've got our stickers, so let's do, before we take the back off, let's have a look. Yeah, we're gonna glue that right there. Oh, and then I'll just glue that right there. I mean, that's pretty cute, right? I didn't know if I would put this here, but I think I like it like that. We could do Easter blessings. We could do the chick up here and do the Easter blessings like that. But no, I think I like it. I think I like it better like that. So that's what we're gonna do. And since these are gonna sit up on this one I'm gonna use the hot glue gun because it'll work sort of like as a spacer. You know, the hot glue will take up some of the space. Hope that makes sense. So cute. Now, the only thing I think we need now is a little something down here. Let me see what kind of embellishments I have. All right, my friends, now I have picked this pretty flower. The color is perfection with that lace, so I am super excited to add this to the corner. And look at this. Look, it's so pretty. I absolutely love how this turned out. This is the front. This is the back. And of course the inside right now is plain. But I think this turned out really, really nice. So we're going to move that one aside, and we're going to go ahead and play with this one now. All right, my friends, so I have a little bit of a plan for this one. We're going to use some of these pearls. So I've grabbed my Fabri-Tac. No, sorry guys, this is not Fabri-Tac. I've grabbed my Gem Tack, and I'm making a nice square or maybe even rectangle. Now this Gem Tack really works good. If you've never used it before, it is great for flat backs and stuff like that. So let's see if we can get our pearls into this. I can see it's not straight, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay if it has more of an organic feeling to it. Now I might need to use some clothespins to hold this in place, so let me do that real quick as we're moving up the card here, so I can see that this is going to be a little bit stubborn for me. I wonder, it's probably, instead of me trying to fold it, that's not going to work. So what I'll do is I'll just cut it so that this can have its own straight line, which I keep tugging on by accident. Okay, let's see if we can let that dry. And then we'll go here for this one. And it's funny because these have been in a roll, so you can see how they do not want to lay straight. And I didn't realize that. Oops, I didn't realize that before I started to work with them. Otherwise I wouldn't have put all the glue down at once. I would have done a strand at a time and sort of held it into place while it dried. But that's okay. We're not giving up for sure. And I'm thinking, let me get this one over here seems to be moving a little bit. Let me see if I can get that into place. Scooch this back a little bit. Okay. And then I need to see if I can get one of these up here. I don't know if they're going to reach. Yeah, they don't reach that good. Wow, okay. Okay, my friends, these pearls are driving me crazy, but that's okay. I'm going to keep on keeping on. So now I'm going to put a layer of the trim that I used on the last one. I'm going to put this around it. And then I'm going to see if I can scooch these up closer to this trim. I think that'll look better. Okay, I think I've got that, you know, semi-okay. And we're going to go over the top. All right, and now I'm going to take a strip down here. I'm not going across the bottom because that's going to get covered with something else. I'm going to try to push this closer to the pearls. There we go. That's looking good. They're still not really dry yet. It's not looking too bad. It's a little bit not perfectly straight and all that, but that doesn't really bother me. Now I'm going to pop these on. I think that helps a lot. Gives it a nice pop of color. There should be enough glue on there to hold this part of the trim and the pearls in place. But you know, the other glue will dry and it will hold it. Hopefully, it should technically. All right, and I wonder now, we got that done. It's looking good. It's coming together. I'm thinking I wouldn't mind seeing something up here in each corner, whether it maybe 2 pink buttons. All right, my friends, I got my buttons out and I got my gem tack. So I'm definitely adding, and you know, I might end up, well, let me finish my thought. I'm definitely adding a button to each corner. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. And I might go ahead and hold those down with clothespins. Yeah, I think I will. All right, my friends, here they are. This is the last one. It's got the buttons on it and the pretty flowers and the trim, and the pearls have dried in place, and I love it. The back is cool. It feels cool because it's fabric on top of mixed media paper. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. And of course, this one I absolutely adore. I think it is just beautiful. Super happy with how this turned out. Here's the back. You know, simple, but it's got fabric on it, so it's unusual and very different. So here they are. I hope you love them as much as I do. If you want to join in on Master Board Mayhem, feel free to do that. This is going to be an ongoing collaboration because I'm going to keep using my scraps for master boards and then creating things from them. So I'm just getting warmed up, honestly. So I hope you'll join in and use the hashtag Masterboard Mayhem and then tag me, Creating with Jovi. If you are not a social media creator, you can share them in my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts. But if you are a creator, obviously use the hashtag and tag me. So anyway, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.